Welcome to the presentation about the OPNSENSE Firewall installation. So first let me show where you can find the OPNSENSE Firewall. So just go to this link and you can download the latest OPNSENSE Firewall. So this is AMD64. So if you want the ISO file, then go for DVD. Then you can select any location. Then just go for the download. Okay, then select the location. Okay, and then start the download process. Since already I have the file downloaded, I'm not going to repeat this process. So already I have the OPNSENSE already downloaded. You can see it here. Okay, so it is a WinRAR file. So just right click and extract. Okay, extract to OPNSENSE.iso folder. So already I have done, and it is this ISO file is in this folder. Okay, so once the file has been downloaded, then we are ready to go to the virtual machine installation process. So here we need two host only adapters. Okay, so here host only adapters. So I have created two host only adapters. The IP address are 192.168.11.100/24. So let me make it 192.168.11.1. And next one is 192.168.12.1. So these are the two IP address. Just disable the DHCP and manually configure the IP address for the two adapters. In case you want more adapters, you can have more adapters. Clear? So this is the third one. Okay, so now I just remove the third one. It doesn't need this. Okay, ensure the DHCP server is off, unchecked, and the IP address is manually configured. So there are two adapters. Okay, so configure the IP. Okay, then once it is done, in fact we can access the adapters from the host machine, nca.cpl command, and this is the first adapter, host only adapter. You can check the IP 11.1, and the second is this properties 12.1. So both the adapters you can find in the host machine. network adapters. So once this is done, we are now set to create the virtual machine. Just I went clicked webcam, welcome, new. So here you give the name OPNSENSE, okay, and then BSD. So free BSD 64 select, and next I have 16 GB in my system, so I wish to allocate 4 GB, but as far as your system is concerned, you have to adjust the value according to your system memory availability. Then I have 4 CPU, then let me select 2 CPU for this virtual machine, and once again it depends on the capacity of your system. And then 16 GB hard disk is enough. So this virtual machine has been created, and I go to the settings, and in the settings I go to storage, then I click the ISO file. I choose from this location where we have installed already, and okay. So now we have created a virtual machine, so I click the start button. There's some amount of delay happening. It's there already booting. So just waiting for the initialization tasks to complete. So now the stage is set for the installation to begin. So now the username is installer, and the password is OPNSENSE OpenSense. So the first option it's asking is the key settings, which we have to go with the default key map. Then it's asking UFS or ZFS or extended installation, so I go with UFS. Okay, so it it's asking us to select the disk. So just recall, when we created the virtual machine, we created a virtual hard disk of 16 GB size. So we select that and click OK. So now it's asking, are you want to destroy the current contents of the following disk? Yes. So installation is going on. So now it is asking us to change the root password. So I put 123 as the root password just for simplicity, but in real time you have to give complicated password. Re-enter the same password. So now the root password has been reset. Okay, so and now what you have to do is go to the optical drives and uncheck the OPNSENSE ISO file. So it would prompt a message. So there you have to click force unmount. Okay, then once it is done, what you have to do is you have to exit and reboot. Some error happening. So what I do is just power off the machine. Then I restart. So now root and 123. So we have logged in as a root, and before I go into the settings, I just want you to update on our interface. Actually, um, this installation OPNSENSE, this machine, virtual machine, has three interfaces. One is okay, let's check that. So we have a issue here. So what I'm going to do is power off the system. So I'm going to use the option 5. The system will yes, okay, so it is shutting down the system. Just wait for some time, the system would be shut down. So once the system is shut down, actually I forgot to configure the network adapters in the initial stage. So we need 3 adapters like this. One is WAN, so this WAN would connect, okay, with the internet. So this is the internet, and this interface is going to connect the firewall with the internet. And let's say these two interface are connected with local area networks. Okay, so this is 192.168.11.1 the gateway, 12.1 another gateway for the 11.0 network, and 12.0 network. Okay, so the traffic from the local area network, which should go to the internet, should pass through the firewall, and the firewall, here we can put the rules to filter the traffic. Okay, so this is the idea. Now let's say we want the first adapter to be let's say bridged adapter. Okay, and sorry, the first adapter, let's say bridged adapter, and this is going to be the WAN, wide area network. This is going to connect to the wide area network. And let's say the second one, let's say host only adapter. So in the host only adapter, you remember already we have created 2 host only adapters. One is 192.168.11.1. so this is the first one I select. Okay, and the second one, okay, also host only adapter, and the adapter 2 I am choosing the second IP address. Okay, so now adapter 1 is connected to the wide area network, then the adapter 2 is connected to the local area network through the host only adapter, and the adapter already we have IP, static IP we have given. Okay, this second one, so 3 adapters are now on. Okay, and let me go to this. Until I finish the configuration of the firewall, I just want to disconnect my local my internet connection. So the idea is actually this, here we are going to um, put a ISP router. So this is ISP router. So this as ISP router is going to have this IP 192.168.1.1. Okay, this is a gateway for our home network. So this is the OPNSENSE Firewall. Okay, OPNSENSE Firewall. So now this interface, okay, so my plan is to have the IP like this 192, okay, then 68 1 dot, let's say 54. Okay, or something like 154. Okay, so I want to connect this with this, and the gateway I should give as 1.1. okay, let's do that. So now log in as root 123. So first task what I wish to do is assign the interfaces. So we should tell which interface is WAN, which interfaces are LAN. Okay, so we have to assign the interfaces. So I select one. So do you want to configure LAGGS now? You say no. Do you want to configure the VLANs now? No. Okay, so now it's telling enter the WAN interface. So which interface? So you see these are the three interfaces. So you can see when you go to the network, so we have selected three interfaces. Okay, so this is first one. Okay, you can see this is the MAC address 71F. okay, 71F. So 71F is a last MAC address ending values. So this is going to be the WAN 71. Sorry, I get confused. 71F. okay, 71F. 71F. okay, and then we go to the second interface. So the MAC address is this. (84F). okay, it's very small. So 84F. okay, then the third interface, let's say 80D. in ends. Okay, so these are the MAC addresses. So you can see EM0 1F. yeah, this 1F is the WAN. So 1F is the WAN, and the 4F is going to be the LAN 1, and this one ends with the D, right? So this 0D, this is going to be the LAN interface 2. So we have to select the WAN. So EM0 is going to be the WAN. So enter the WAN interface name. Okay, so it's asking us to enter the name. EM0 is going to be the WAN, we say. So now it's asking enter the LAN interface name. Okay, so the LAN interface name is EM1. Then it's asking the optional interface 1 or A. Just a minute, here I have a confusion. Yeah, here actually we have to give the second LAN interface, this LAN interface. So this LAN interface. So EM2. So now once everything is set, we press enter. So you can see clearly the EM0 is the WAN and EM1 is the LAN and EM2 is the OPT1. Okay. So now it's asking, do you want to proceed? Yeah. Yes. So now the configuration is going on. So now you can see, meantime I forgot to say, when the configuration was going on, when the WAN setting was happening, at that time there was an error. It was stuck actually. So what I did, I just enabled my Wi-Fi. Then after that the installation got over. So now assign interface is finished. Okay, so now we have to set the interface for the IP addresses. Okay, so I press 2. Okay, so enter the number of interfaces to configure. Let's say we configure for the 3 first. Configure the IPv4 address WAN interface via DHCP, it is asking. I say yes. This is asking for DHCP 6 IPv6 address. I say yes. Do you want to change to protocol from HTTPS to HTTP? I say yes. Restore the web access defaults? No, I say. So now so we have got the WAN IP 1.15, and then I go to the second again, interface IP address. Now we have got the IP for the WAN, but I want the for the LAN. Okay, so the first let's say this I want the IP. I want to configure the IP, this IP. So I click 1. So it's asking IPv4 address via DHCP. I say no. It's asking enter the new LAN IPv4 address. So already you remember that in the host only adapter we have selected the IP address. Okay, so you can give that 192.168.11.1. Okay, this is IPv4 address, and now you can see it is asking us to select the subnet mask. So this is going to be 255, 255, 255. So the first one. So 24 I select. For a WAN, for a LAN, so now I say enter. I press the enter. So configure the IPv address for this one. I say no. Okay, then no, I say. Okay, then we go press the enter. Do you want to enable DHCP server on? I say again no. Restore web GUI defaults? No, I say. So now you can see we got 192.168.11.1 interface to access the OPNSENSE. So let's go to this. Okay, 192.168.11.6. Oh, sorry, 192.168.11.6. So I'm not getting this. So we are not able to access the OPNSENSE. It is supposed to 11.1. So some error option is arising here. So now let's say I have to fix the issue. I just rebooted the system. Okay, students, what I did, I just changed the LAN interface IP address. Okay, so how I did, I repeat once again. So just I put 2 and I want to change the IP address of the LAN, so I click 1. So it is asking, do you want to change the IP address via DHCP? I say no. Then I give the IP address 192.168.11.100 I give. In the subnet mask I give 24 and I say then here I press enter. Then it is asking IPv6. I say no, and I click enter. And do you want to enable the DHCP server on LAN? I say no. Restore the web GUI access defaults. I say no. Okay, so this is what happened, and finally it is giving me the this IP web access URL. So you can see here 192.168.11.100 HTTP. So I go open my browser in the host machine. So 11.100. So I get here. Then I type root, and I enter the password. So finally we reach the web interface of the OPNSENSE, and here you can see the interfaces. This is our WAN interface. So you can say white area network. Okay, you can give a name. Okay, then I say save and apply changes. So you can just click the interfaces. This is WAN. Okay, and then this is the LAN which we are currently accessing. So I say this is the LAN 1. Okay, I give a name. Okay, then save, apply changes. Then this is a second one. Okay, so this is the LAN 2. Okay, so so we can give the IP here. We did not, you remember, we did not give the IP address. So 192.168.11 sorry 12.100. Okay, so apply changes. So students, now what we have done is we have created the wide area network interface with IP address and LAN 1 interface. This is 100 and this is 12.100. So we have created this, and we are able to access the web interface. So now whatever the rules, firewall rules or whatever settings we can make using this web interface. So with this I conclude the first part of the OPNSENSE firewall installation. There will be other follow-up videos for based on the OPNSENSE on other topics. I hope it benefited you. Thank you very much.